What's up, fellow fans of Magic the Gathering? Jeremy here from MTG headquarters with something special. A first release Zendikar booster box. It has the trailing A on the serial number, and also, I guess, if I believe the seller, okay, so I mean, I suppose he has every reason to lie, but the date of the case it came out would have been correct. So if it is, I have like a 1 in 20 chance of pulling a priceless treasure, amongst other really cool Zendikar cards. So let's go ahead and do this. I think normally I speed up booster boxes, especially from like really recent sets. But I think with the vintage stuff, maybe I'll kind of do it normal speed and just kind of share the uncommons and rares. So let's probably zoom in a little bit, huh? So you can see a little bit better. All right, so our first pack, we've got Riverboa, Feast of Blood, Core Duelist, and our rare is Emeria Angel. Full art land, and an angel token. Next pack. Obviously no priceless treasure there. I probably shouldn't notate that after every single pack. Alrighty. Merfolk Wayfinder, Gatekeeper of Malakir. We've got a Grey Pelt Refuge and a rare Blood Tribute. Tap an untapped vampire you control. Target opponent loses half his or her life rounded up. If Blood Tribute was kicked, you gain life equal to that lost this way. Not too shabby. Very expensive though to do that. You know, that could be a, you know, it's all right. Burst Lightning right up here. Just bring back Lightning Bolt. We should start like a Facebook campaign to get Wizards to just bring back Lightning Bolt. Stop screwing around with all these other stupid versions of it that suck. All right, Tarju Archer, Trusty Machete. Hopefully you trust it. Frontier Guide, and a rare Archmage Ascension. At the beginning of each step, if you drew 2 or more cards this turn, you may put a quest counter on Archmage Ascension. As long as Archmage Ascension has 6 or more quest counters on it, if you would draw a card, you may instead search your library for a card and put that card into your hand. That is not too shabby. A Beast token. So I wasn't around for Zendikar. I think when I first got into, or I started to get back into Magic, it was M12-ish. And then before that was revised, obviously. Well, I don't know why that would be obvious, but that's when I started. Boy, if I would have saved my cards. Even back then, though, it was really uncommon to have like dual lands and things like that. All right, Khazanadu Blade Master, Needlebite Trap, Sajiri Refuge, and our rare is a Emeria Sky Ruin. It enters the battlefield tap. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you have 7 or more planes, you may return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Wowzers. That seems pretty tight. And we have a foil arrow volley trap. Oh, that seems not too shabby. All right, trying to do some pre-sorting. I don't know. I really torn on these vintage videos. You guys let me know if I should speed them up or not. Geyser Glider. We've got Unstable Footing. Next, Frontier Guide, and our rare is Bloodghast. It has haste as long as an opponent has 10 or less life. It also has landfall. Not bad. A Plains and a Merfolk token. Merfolk token. I don't know if this is true or not, but some people are telling me that these like full art lands are worth like almost $1 a piece on Crap Bay. So maybe I'll take all my lands and sell them to get some intro packs. Baloth Woodcrasher, Shepherd of the Lost, Brave the Elements, and our rare is Valakut the Molten Pinnacle. This is cool art. Enters the battlefield tapped. Whenever a mountain enters the battlefield under your control, if you control at least 5 other mountains, you may have Molten Pinnacle deal 3 damage to target creature or player. Whoa. You're basically pinging them for 3 every turn. That is not too bad. Oh, we've got a foil rare, a Halo Hunter. A 5-drop for a 6/3 with Intimidate. When Halo Hunter enters the battlefield, destroy target angel. Ha! Take that, Serenity Angel, or Angel of Serenity. All right, next we've got... Oh! Return to Ravnica's really made me weak on opening boosters. All right, Summoner's Bane, Vampire Nighthawk, Hellfire Mongrel. It's kind of fun to do this and see which cards are reprinted. Oh, another rare land, Arid Mesa. Tap, pay 1 life, sacrifice Arid Mesa, search your library for a mountain or plains card, put it into battlefield, then shuffle your library. So fetch land, I guess you would call it. I don't know. Is that what you call it? I assume so. I don't know. I guess it's all right, but boy, you pay a life and sacrifice your land to get a land. It doesn't make sense. Well, I'll have to think about it. Obviously, it's good. It's rare. Summoner's Bane, Marsh Casualties, Refuge, another rare land. Was that a Zendikar thing? Magosi the Water Veil. Enters the battlefield. Tap. Tap to add 1 blue mana. Pay 1 blue and tap. Put an Aeon counter onto Magosi the Water Veil. Skip your next turn. Interesting. Tap. Remove an Aeon counter and return it to its owner's hand. Take an extra turn after this one. Whoa. That's very interesting. A foil Swamp. If you watch my videos, you know how I love the grammar police. All right. I feel like I should be savoring this more, but I've been sick and I'm behind on videos, and I wanted to share this with you the second I got it. I actually have 2 of these, so, you know, give me a 1 in 10 chance at a priceless treasure. Inferno Trap, Baloth Woodcrasher, Quest for the Holy Relic, Terra Stomper, 6-drop for an 8/8, can't be countered, and has trample. Yikes. Forest, and a Snake Token. A snack token. A snack cake. All right. Vampire Hexmage, Goblin Ruin Blaster, Trapmaker Snare, and our rare is Bala Ged Thief. It's a 2/2 for 4. Whenever the thief or another ally enters the battlefield under your control, target player reveals a number of cards from his or her hand equal to the number of allies you control. You choose one of them, that player discards that card. That is not bad either. Some pretty powerful cards here in Zendikar, I'd have to say. If I do say so, my Smelf. I believe in my Smelf. And I believe in Greg Jennings. All right. Pitfall Trap. Oh, pokey. Mind Sludge. Seascape Aerialist. And our rare is Electropotence. A 3-drop enchantment. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may pay 3. If you do so, creature deals damage equal to its power to target creature or player. That is not bad. Definitely some playable cards in here. I can't afford to just go back and buy a bunch of Zendikar, though. Unless I bought singles. Stuff is crazy expensive. Oh, spoiler alert. Sorry. Blazing Torch. Arrow Volley Trap. Grey Pelt Refuge. Celestial Mantle. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets +3/+3. Whenever enchanted creature deals combat damage to a player, double its controller's life total. Holy crap. We had a Island and a foil grazing Gladheart. Glade. It's French. Just kidding. I have jokes. I like to use them when I can. Boy, that pack was really easy to open. All right. Cobra Trap. Cobra Kai. Hedron Crab. I'd like to have a deck of crabs. So be like, hey guys, I got crabs. Dwar Isles Refuge. Our rares Oracle of Muldaya. And yeah, pronunciations, whatever. You may play an additional land on each of your turns. Whoa, that's nice. Play with the top card of your library revealed. You may play the top card of your library if it's a land card. Okay. Whoop. And a foil Shatterskull Giant. They must have increased the rate of foils as like cards. Holy cow, these packs are easy to open. All right. So by the way, if you've been following my videos, hold on. Aether Figment. Hagra Diabolist. Quest for Ancient Secrets. Ooh, a mythic. Yay! Mindbreak Trap. 4-drop instant. If opponent casts 3 or more spells this turn, you may pay 0 rather than pay Mindbreak Trap's mana cost. Exile any number of target spells. Whoa. Okay. A mountain. So I was, in my update video, I was complaining about how Magic Online took away the sealed 4-pack events, and I rightly predicted that they would replace it with 6-packs. They did. It's alright, but boy, it does not fire nearly as much as the old ones did. Shepherd of the Lost. Gomazoa. Quest for Pure Flame. Thank goodness that's an uncommon. I don't want to read all that. Gruulda's Spectre. 2/2. Flying. Comes in. Gets 3/3 as long as an opponent has no cards in their hand. Whenever Gruulda's Spectre deals combat damage, that player discards a card. Okay. An elemental token. That's pretty tight. I suppose if you were running a run-of-the-mill mill deck. Alrighty. Pitfall Trap. Carnage Altar. Quest for the Holy Relic. Predatory Urge. 3-drop for an enchantment. Enchant creature has tapped. This creature deals damage equal to its power to target creature. That creature deals damage equal to its power to this creature. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, these are really easy to open. All right. Marsh Casualties. Inferno Trap. Quest for the Gemblades. Summoning Trap. I'm not reading all that. You can pause it if you want to read it. And our land is a Swamp. A Swamp card. I see Chandra's. Give me a Chandra that's usable for Christmas and or New Year's. Baloth Cage Trap. Windborne Charge. Primal Bellow. Now rare, Royal Elemental. 6-drop, 3/2 flying with landfall. Whenever land enters the battlefield under your control, you may gain control of target creature for as long as you control. Oh, that's not too bad. Foil or a Swamp card. Nothing mind-blowing here yet, I don't think. You know, I don't know. If I had drafted Zendikar, I'd probably know better. See, another damaged card in the back. I don't understand how that happens. All right, Quest for Gravelord. Marasa Pyromancer, Land Bind Ritual, and we have a mythic rare, Chandra Ablaze. Good thing she didn't get damaged. If you notice, look at this token card, or this tip card in the back. Like, I'm excited about that. So her +1 is discard a card. If a red card is discarded in this way, whoa. Chandra Ablaze deals 4 damage to target creature or player. That's good. Each player discards his or her hand, then draws 3 cards. Her final ability is cast any number of red instant or sorcery spells from your graveyard without paying their mana cost. Wow, okay. That is a pretty tight Chandra. Let's grab a little sip of Kool-Aid here. Oh yeah! Alright, Chandra. What's wrong with her? People say she doesn't have a good planeswalker. I guess for 6, that's a lot. I suppose. But you're pinging for, I don't know. I'll have to read it more, but it seems like a pretty tight card. Gomazoa. Kazandu Refuge. Brave the Elements. Luminarch Ascension is our rare. You can pay 2 mana, put a 4/4 white angel creature token with flying onto the battlefield. Activate this ability only if it has 4 more quest counters. Okay, so you got to build up some quest counters, but then you can pump out angels. 2 mana, and you don't even have to tap. So if you have 6 mana, you're putting out 3 4/4 flyers, and then saying, "Have a good game, sir." Windborne Charge. Merfolk Wayfinder, Trailblazer's Boots, and a rare, Grappling Hook. Equipped creature has double strike. Whenever equipped creature attacks, you may have target creature block it this turn if able. Oh, that's not too bad either. So a decent card made a little bit better. And we have a foily Kalani Gem. Kalhini Gem. Oh no. Oh no. Oh yeah. Second Kool-Aid reference. Pressed? I am. Alright, Kalani Gem. Needlebite Trap. Hellfire Mongrel. A rare, Day of Judgment. Classic, just destroy all creatures. Suck on that. A swamp and a tip card. A swamp card. All right. Kazandu Blademaster, Living Tsunami, Trailblazer's Boots, and a Water Veil. We've seen this before. Nice little rare. A Forest, and a tip card. I don't know, ladies and germs. I don't think we're gonna get a piece of the priceless treasure. Vampire Nighthawk. Quest for Pure Flame. Not that I was expecting it anyway. Greenweaver Druid and a rare Terra Stomper. That is a nice card. 8/8 for 6 mana. Can't be countered. Basically, a nice little card. Right after this box, I'm going to take a break and I'm going to crack open a box of 7th edition for the channel too. So I'm having a busy night. Mark of Mutiny, Cobra Trap, Seascape Aerialist, a rare's Archive Trap. If opponent searched his or her library this turn, you may pay 0 rather than pay. Target opponent puts the top 13 cards of his or her library into his or her graveyard. Yikes. Didn't see that coming. I did not see that coming. Never shoulda, shitter. All right. Hagra Diabolist. Punishing Fire. Landbind Ritual. And a rare, Blade of the Blood Chief. That looks familiar. Whenever a creature is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on the equipped creature. If equipped creature is a vampire, put 2 on instead. So if you're playing a Vampy deck, little Bloodsucker, you're playing a little Twilight deck, that's probably a must-have. Trusty Machete, Kor Aeronaut, a Quorum Refuge, World Queller. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may choose a card type. If you do, each player sacrifices a permanent of that type. Okay. Land. Planeswalker. Wah wah. All right. Geyser Glider. Turn Timber Basilisk. Ravenous Trap. And our rare Elemental Appeal. 4 red with a 5 kicker. Put a 7/1 red elemental creature token with trample and haste onto the battlefield. Exile it at the beginning of the next end step. If Elemental Appeal was kicked, that creature gets a 7/0 plus. Well, if you happen to have 9 mana, you could put a 14/1 elemental creature with haste out there. If you just happen to be flush with mana, and you have, I don't know, 9 available. All right, getting down to the last 4 packs here. Merfolk of Sea Stalkers, Runeflare Trap, Feast of Blood, and our rare is a Mythic Warren Instigator for 2 red. It's a 1/1 double strike. Whenever Warren Instigator deals damage to an opponent, you may put a goblin creature card from your hand onto the battlefield. Yes, please. Yes, please. Please, sir, may I have another? I've always had this thing for goblin decks. Really have. Merfolk Wayfinder, Gatekeeper of Malakar, Trapmaker Snare. Our rare is Malakar Blood Witch. I thought it was Brood Witch from Aquatine. A 4/4 for 5 with protection from white, and when it enters the battlefield, each opponent loses life equal to the number of vampires you control. Yikes. You gain life equal to the way. That is a nice little swing card, if I do say so myself. I think I have tack arthritis. Hands are, maybe I won't open the 7th edition tonight. It's getting sore. All right, Summoner's Bane, Vampire Nighthawk, Runeflare Trap, and a rare Sphinx of Lost Truths, a 5-drop for a 3/5 with a kicker, flying. When Sphinx of the Lost Truths enters the battlefield, draw 3 cards. Then if it was kicked, discard. If it wasn't kicked, discard 3 cards. Okay. We have a foil Crossroads. Meet me at the crossroads. Yes, I just sang. Well, if you want to call it singing. Simbone Thugs. All right. Down to the final 4, baby. A Kazandu Blademaster, Quest for Gem Blades, Aquorum Refuge, and a Mythic, yay! Ob Nixilis the Fallen, 5-drop for a 3/3 legendary creature with landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you may have target player lose 3 life. If you do, put 3 1/1 counters. So it gets 3 counters and you dig. Oh, wow. We have a foil rare. Lull Mage Mentor. Whenever a spell or ability you control counters a spell, you may put a 1/1 blue merfolk creature token onto the battlefield. Tap 7 untapped merfolks you control. Counter target spell. That could get pretty crazy. That was a strong pack. That was a strong pack, I will say. All right. Mark of Mutiny, River Boa, Kazandu Refuge, Crypt of Agadim. Tap for 1 black, pay 2 and tap, add a black to your mana pool for each black creature card in your graveyard. Okay. We have a foil Mindless Null. Mindless, more like Mindless Mill. Okay, we have 3 packs left. This is it. Let's see what we got. Obviously, I'm not expecting to get a priceless treasure, believe me. I just think it would be... If Wizards were smart, they would have given it to me. Not that I bought this from Wizards. Core Aeronaut, Aether Figment, Frontier Guide, Devout Lightcaster, protection for 2/2 for 3 white, protection from black. When Devout Lightcaster enters the battlefield, exile target black permanent. So, in Zendikar, black and white, clearly not fans of each other. Coming up in Gatecrash. Won't be that way. Ugh. Okay. More difficult to open pack there. Obviously, because there's a priceless treasure in here. Alright, Gatekeeper of Malakir, Brave the Elements, Sejari Refuge, and our rare Blood Chief of Ascension. At the beginning of each end step, if opponent lost 2 or more life this turn, you may put a quest counter on Blood Chief Ascension. Damage causes loss of life. Whenever a card is put into an opponent's graveyard from anywhere, if Blood Chief Ascension has 3 or more quest counters on it, you may have that player lose 2 life. If you do, you gain 2 life. Well then, I can't imagine a scenario where I wouldn't want that. This is it. Dun 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 dun. Bringing our Zendikar box to a close. Definitely, I'm gonna have to go through the commons and uncommons to really learn the set better. Inferno Trap, Baloth Woodcrasher, Green Reaver Druid, and our rare is Verdant Catacombs. Black, green, dual land. All right, well that is a original Zendikar booster box from the original release. Sans a priceless treasure, but that's okay. It's not like you, even if I bought 20 of these, which would be insane, I wouldn't expect to get it. It's just the way odds work out. Definitely got some sweet. We got a foil Lull Mage Mentor, the Nixilis of the Fallen. We got that Chandra. I think that was pretty tight. Chandra Ablaze, and you know, a lot of lands. Foil Halo Hunter. Lots of cool stuff. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this ride. I hope it wasn't too boring. The second box, you let me know what you want me to do on the second box, if you want me to speed it up or not. Just think these 30-minute videos would be boring, but I don't know. Hopefully, if you appreciate the reaching out for the vintage stuff, you know that we've got Revised, we've got Legends, we've got Ice Age, we've got Fallen Empire, we've got Tempest, everything sitting on the shelf back there waiting to, once we hit 2,000 subscribers, I'm opening the Revised. 2,500, I'm opening up Legends, so make sure you subscribe down below. And if you want to chat about this box or chat about Magic the Gathering in general, I'd love to do that in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching this video. We'll talk to you real soon.